Hey guys, this is me again. This is Carol with Carol's Daily Sauce, and I'm coming back with another Cook With Me. Never mind all this. Never mind the refrigerator and all that. That's all new. But you won't be seeing me again. Actually, today I was not feeling well this morning. I woke up this morning with a little stanky headache and all that kind of stuff. However, I am going to go ahead and make some potato soup. Why potato soup in June? Because I want it, that's why. But it's a really easy recipe. I did do my first Cook With Me on last Sunday, and it was a lot of fun, and a lot of people have requested that I do more. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and actually I haven't even prepped as far as the vegetables, because you can put mixed vegetables and stuff in it. The only thing that I'm doing in the way of vegetables is going to be chopped up red bell pepper, chopped up green bell pepper, as well as chopped up onion and chopped up garlic. And then to season it further, we're going to put obviously our spices as well as our bacon to give it some flavor. As you guys know, I'm not a big pork eater, nor am I a big meat eater, period. But I do have a family that does eat meat. So I have to do what it is that I can to ensure that everybody is happy, to ensure that my husband, as far as my mother-in-law, my son, and myself are eating. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and come back to you guys after I have cut up the vegetables. I'll let you guys see the saute. This video is definitely not going to be as long as the other one. I will be speeding up a lot of stuff, but you will be able to get the gist of it, okay? In this pot right here, this is a pot of water. We are going to go ahead and cut potatoes. What you want to do is you want to take the skin off the potatoes, however you need for your family, depending on the size of the potato and how much potato soup that you actually want to make. I want to make enough for everybody. I do have a picky son. He probably won't even touch this soup, which is okay. He probably won't even touch this because, honey, my children don't eat everything. So I will make enough for everybody that will eat it. You just never know. So let me show you guys these potatoes, the size of these potatoes. This potato have not been cleaned, so it's going to look a little crusty, rusty. But this potato, I'll probably use, they're about, all of them are about this size. I'll probably use about 7 or 8 of them. And what you're going to do is you're going to obviously peel the skin off your potatoes. Once you peel the skin off of your potatoes, what are you going to do? You're going to wash your potatoes. You have to wash your potatoes. Potatoes are a vegetable that is born, but grown in the ground. Therefore, it has dirt on it. So you need to clean it, okay? Anything that comes out of the ground, has roots on it, needs to be cleaned, okay? So we're going to go ahead and peel the potatoes. I'm going to get offline, go ahead and peel the potatoes, start them to boiling. I will come back so I can show you how I go ahead and saute the vegetables and things that we are going to put in to the potatoes once we actually start to, once we actually start to cook it, okay? I will be back. Once we start to cook it, I'll be back. Hello guys, it's Carol with Carol's Daily Sauce. Let me move back a little bit so y'all can see me. I am doing another Cook With Me. I woke up this morning, you guys, and I was not feeling really well this morning, but I'm okay. I got up and got on my little thingy bopper here. But what I'm doing is I'm making a potato soup. I hate when my hair is cut off. So scoop down, head is cut off. So making a potato soup, and basically you're gonna get some potatoes about this size. I'm a soup lady in my family. I love soup. So potatoes about this size. I need about 8 of them for our family, and I do it up. It's gonna be delicious, and we usually eat it with maybe a salad or some French bread or whatever, but I'm gonna walk you guys through it. Right now, the only thing that I'm doing, is I am cutting up the potatoes. So once I cut up the potatoes, I will come back. Let me show you guys. Cubes like so, okay? small enough to where when they start cooking, they will cook down. You may have to end up mashing some just so that they can get the soup form. But either way, I'm doing another cook with me because I was asked by somebody to do more. And so I want to do that. Don't have no eyebrows today, don't have on too much makeup today, but hey, I'm here. So I'm going to go ahead and go off. I'm going to cut up bell peppers, onions. Those are diehards. I have to put that in there. Bell peppers, onions, garlic, and spices. And then I'll come back and show you guys how it all comes together, okay? Thank you so much. I'll be back in a few minutes just to show y'all what we got going on. All right. I was talking about me and my knives. Now, once again, here I am struggling to cut up potatoes with a small knife. Why? This is a story time. Okay, so when I was coming up, I dropped the skin on the floor. My mother was a single parent, and the way my mother was, she was very strict. My mother had 3 girls and 1 boy. The boy was the youngest, and I have an older sister that is about, remember I was telling you guys I have an Irish twin, or maybe I wasn't, I think I did say I have an Irish twin. And for those of you that don't know what an Irish twin is when you have a sibling who has a birthday within the same month and days of your birthday. My birthday is July the 22nd. My sister's birthday is July the 31st. So for about 9 days, she and I are the same age. That is what they call an Irish twin. So anyway, we were brought up by my mother. I'm cutting potatoes over a bag, y'all. Brought up by my mother, and we had a very nice upbringing. My mother struggled to raise her children, but my mother did a very, very good job. She went through a lot of things, you know, finances and stuff like that. But to make a long story short, she had myself and my sister when she was 19 and 20. And so she went through a lot of stuff. And, you know, especially coming to California, culture shock, from a country state, Alabama, and just being, you know, she went from being a country girl to a city girl. So I'm making this story a little longer than what it needs to be, but it's interesting. So my mom was like I said, was a single parent. When she came here from Alabama, she ended up staying with my grandfather, may he rest in peace, Raymond V. Jackson, who I loved so much, who was my grandfather, but was more like a father to me because he took care of us. He picked us up from school and all that kind of stuff. Ouch, my finger. When my mom was in school, because my mom went to school and she was a nurse's assistant. I have to get that later. She was a nurse's assistant, but my mom eventually, over time, over the years, went back to school and became she was an LVN, and then she went back to school. She became a registered nurse, and when she retired some years ago, she was a probation officer for the county that I used to live in, that we used to live in. And she was a probation officer, juvenile probation officer, for about, wow, I think she was a juvenile probation officer for well over 20 years. So she had a good, she did what she could. My younger sister and brother had, they had a better, I don't want to say a better life, but they had, this finger is just burning. They had more things, more opportunities to do things. Our younger siblings did, because at the time my mother wasn't struggling, as much as she was when she had my older sister and I. Long story short, fast forward, she did raise 4 kids on her own. I had a stepfather, they divorced, and so I'm just trying to set it up so you guys can understand why this that I'm going to share with you may have happened. Severe frustration. Reason I am scared of butcher knives, big knives, and stuff of that nature is because I had a flip lip. I used to say what I want to. Not like cursing my mother out or anything like that, because I got more sense than that. But and the thing with my mama is, if you was eating, you was helping to cook, especially if you were a girl. Now my brother, he got away with it, you know. That breeze is so nice. He got away with it. Y'all, I live in a city where it is about, oh gosh, I think probably right now, because it's 5 o'clock, probably right now, all off subject, probably right now, it's about maybe about 77, 78. But when I live by the water, so it's nice. I mean, literally, we can eat soup in the summertime because it ain't that, you know, it just really ain't that hot. I mean, with a fan, you're okay. I'm actually washing clothes and cooking, so, and I ain't sweating at all. So anyway, long story short, you guys, I think I'm just gonna cut up one more potato. So it was around Christmas time, and we were cutting up, you know, bell pepper, onion, garlic and stuff. And my mother was so particular. Oh, she used to get on my nerves. She was so particular about how she wanted her stuff cut. I mean, when you cut up her vegetables, her bell pepper, her onions and stuff for her dressing, it had to be so small, okay? I mean, so small. It was nerve-wracking. And like I said on previous videos, I was always a sleepyhead. So, long story short, 10, 11 o'clock up cutting that stuff for Christmas Day or for Thanksgiving, that wasn't my ministry. It truly wasn't. It wasn't my ministry. I was on fire mad most of my teenage life. I was on fire mad because I felt like my mother did some things that was just downright stupid. That was me. That's what I felt like, right? Remember, you guys, I didn't have no kids because I was a child. So here we are. My younger sister ain't saying nothing. My younger sister, I want her to do this and that, you know, because it was like one person, and I'm talking about only my older sister and me. One person was probably cutting up bell pepper, onions, celery, and garlic, okay? Another person was probably cutting up potatoes for potato salad. Or, I mean, she could have been mixing up a cake. Now, when I say mixing up a cake, I'm not talking about box cakes. My mama, everything that my mama does is really literally from scratch. She's a great cook. You know, talking about for a long time that she was gonna write a cookbook, and she wanted to use grits, the girl raised in the South, but I told her that she couldn't do that because that was a trademark of somebody else's. That was a trademark, because somebody else already has used that trademark, and if she used it, that she could get in trouble. So it kind of was a Debbie Downer for her. But we were sitting up here one night and we just cutting up stuff and talking, and I'm not talking that much because I don't have nothing to talk about at 10, 11 o'clock at night. You know, hey, I'm a teenager, you know I ain't got to go to school because we're on Christmas vacation, but it don't matter. I want to sleep, okay? If I'm not sleeping, I want to read, or I want to be doing a crossword puzzle, or I want to be looking at TV. Whatever it is I want to do, I want to do. I don't want, you know, to be cutting up no bell peppers and stuff. So I'm cutting up the bell peppers, and my mother gonna tell me, them bell peppers ain't small enough. And I said, well, I mean, how small do you want me to cut them? You know, how small do you want me to cut the bell peppers? And she like, you know what? You know, my nickname is Dee Dee. I'm Delois. My middle name is Delois, Carol Delois Jackson. And I'm telling her, you know, how small do you want me to cut a bag? I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, when they crunch on it, they're gonna chew. Okay, mind you, I was only, 15 years old, 14, 15 years old. When they chew it, they're gonna cut it up. Okay, honey, boo. My mama, I don't know what she was doing. My mama could have been cleaning chitlins, because back then we used to eat them. I don't eat that. I wouldn't eat that with show mouth now, but back then we was eating them. And the next thing I know, I got this, just like that. But honey, it wasn't with her hand. It was with a butcher knife. And I just knew that she was going to kill me. As a result, today, years later, some 40 some odd years later, I don't fool with Big Nice. I have a fear of Big Nice. I have a fear, I have a fear, obviously, of being stabbed. I don't keep Big Nice. That's not something I do. So when you see me cooking, when you see me talking, cutting things up, my suggestion is that you do not come at me when I am... Okay, you guys, so I cleaned off the potatoes and I put them right here in the pot. And they're boiling. Don't nobody need to see no potatoes boiling. I mean, that's common sense. And then what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting up the vegetables. And I'm quite sure you can hear me cutting up the vegetables that I am going to actually put in the don't end up throwing away so much. I mean, we as Americans, oh my God, you know what? I think I'm gonna get on this side because you guys actually can see me on this side. Nobody want to be talking to nobody that they can't see. So we as Americans actually throw away too much food. Okay, y'all, I gotta fix this here because I look like a crazy church lady. I ain't trying to be funny. I look like a crazy church lady and I ain't trying to do that. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, what I do with my knife? Oh, crazy church sick. I need to stop. Sometimes some church ladies be at church and honey, their wigs be flopping from the north, the east, the west, and the south. And I am not talking about when they be shouting. They be walking around, talking to you, greeting folks, and wigs be backwards and looking crazy. And I say that we can preserve them because we throw away. I'm telling you, it ain't only us. It's a lot of Americans in general. We throw away too much stuff, and there are so many people all over the country that are dying, from not eating. And here we are. What really gets me is restaurants. Restaurants are totally insane for throwing stuff away. They are insane. I think the next time I do this Cook With Me, you guys, I'm going to do it on my computer. Because on my computer, I can do live. And on live, you can get watch time hours and stuff like that. But people pretty much, when you do Cook With Me's, people pretty much do watch those. So that's a good thing. But all I'm doing here, and I'm going to show y'all in a minute, all I'm doing here is just cutting up these green and red bell peppers. And the only reason I'm putting green and red, if you know anything about potato soup is just a black color. I mean, it's just beige. When you put this in it, it'll give it some color as well as flavor. So I think what I'm going to start doing, you guys, from here on out, from today forward, I'm going to start shouting out people. And I don't think it's I ain't paying nobody, and ain't nobody paying me. I shouted out my girl Tasha TMR, and Tasha TMR, you guys, she's a YouTuber. She does reactions and things like that. And I don't care what nobody say, I love my Tasha. Tasha is very much of an inspiration. She really is. But today, the lady that we're going to shout out today is one who really spoke some life into me the other day when I did that video about how I was disrespected in a live by a bigger YouTuber. It's Gwen Inspirations, and I would suggest that you guys go check her out. Now, I will tell you, this is a warning. If you are not ready to see somebody that is absolutely positively full of life, don't go to her page, because that lady is full of life. I love her page because when she gives you jewels, and she does, they're always good. She does studies on mental health awareness. She does things on depression. She does, just a wide variety of things, and her channel truly is blowing up as a result of it. So that's who I'm shouting out today, Gwen Inspirations. I have quite a few up and coming YouTube people that I'm going to be shouting out. And like I said, nobody's paying me. These people are just people that I follow, people that, that I think are really, really cool people that check me out now, hear what I say, that I don't have any problems with. Now, y'all, when I tell you YouTube drama and the things that go on in YouTube and how, you guys, I had no idea all this stuff was going on with all these people. When I come up you know, because I am going to grow, and I have grown. I haven't grown basically at the rate of what a lot of other people are, or what might be standard to people, but it's okay for me. It really is. Putting stuff in the garbage, y'all. It's okay for me. And it's just a lot. I'm telling y'all, it is a lot of people that are just, ooh, Tube Streets is foul, y'all. They is foul. I mean, man, I never knew that people could be so crazy. I never knew that people could be so hateful. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I know the world, I know the world is filled with haters. I know it is. But I mean, I'm talking about, y'all, in the mukbang community. I'm talking about just in general. You know, somebody, I'm going to shout out another girl. Another one of my girls. Ask April. I looked at Ask April this morning. Sweet as pie, okay? Just sweet. You come in her lives, she gonna tell you hello. She gonna call you out by name. She's just cool, you know. And I really like her. I really like Ask April. Just a cool lady. But I was on her live a little earlier today. And when I was in her live earlier today, they were talking about some stuff. I don't know exactly who it was. And, you know, I don't know. Woo! I almost fell back, y'all. Well, I actually did push the refrigerator back, because we had to get a new refrigerator. The last time I did a cook with me, we had a stainless steel one. Oh, that bad boy went out. So we got a new one. And so that's why you see this here. Actually, it's supposed to be over there, but it can't fit. It's a little bit too big. So we just making it work with what we have, and thanking God that He allowed us to be able to get one, you know, to be able to purchase one. So that we can keep these almonds. This fresh garlic is tripping. Y'all, I hate chopping up vegetables. My mama messed me up big time, but I love me some garlic, so gotta chop it up. But anyway, y'all, the drama is real. I mean, I'm not getting caught up in it. I ain't getting caught up in it. The YouTube drama, like I said, no drama here, no drama allowed. I couldn't, you know, like I said, I was in the Ask April. They were talking about some stuff. I don't even know. I'm not going to even repeat the names of the people that they were mentioning. They were speaking, you know, what they felt to be true, you know, and that's okay. I just, you know, me personally, I'm not going to speak on nobody, because I don't want nobody coming for me. But honestly and truly, they're going to come for you anyway. And that's why I brought up Ask April. Ask April said, no matter what you do, they still gonna come for you. People are just crazy. No, I mean, you could be on here just like, you know, Gwen Inspirations. You could be on here saying stuff, you know, positive. You know, I speak a lot of positivity. I do you know, I've been doing a 30-day tongue fast, you know, that I've been doing. And child, you know, I haven't gotten a lot of backlash from that. I better not put no more garlic in there. I haven't got a lot of backlash from that. Y'all, this is my little, I'm sorry. You know what? I should have been showing y'all. So, white onion, you're going to chop up some white onion. You're going to chop up some garlic. These are peeled garlics. We normally get them in a jar, but we got this at the 99-cent store. And I was like, oh, cool, in this refrigerator section for 99 cents. And it is 4 ounces of peeled garlic. It's just garlic. That's what it says, just garlic. No preservatives, but it does say keep it refrigerated. I didn't notice that when I first seen it, and I know about 2, and I noticed that some of them were molding. So what I did is threw one package away, took this package, and this package now goes in the freezer so that it doesn't go bad. So what I'm doing is I'm continuing to chop up stuff, and then I'm gonna do, oh, this is bell pepper. That wasn't a good thing, putting this piece of stuff in the child. This is breaking up like it is just fighting. Jesus. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up, and put this in another plastic bag, put it back in the freezer. But I'm gonna go ahead and you already got y'all on the line. Bacon. Oh, Farmer John bacon. A couple of pieces, depending on how much you want. Y'all, the only reason that goes in the freezer too. We put everything in there. The only reason, because it just don't go bad, you know. Nothing wrong with the refrigerator, but it just don't go bad. So the only reason I put this in here is just to give it some taste. Like I said, we aren't big pork eaters at all. Not a lot of ham, not a lot of pork chops, not a lot of this period. However, to give it some flavor, this is what I do. So yeah, I'm really big on fruit and vegetables, me specifically. Y'all, woke up this morning, and like I said, I wasn't feeling good at all. I think I'm gonna cook this bacon first and let it kind of, because this bacon is kind of fatty. Let it get a little crispy. So when I got up this morning, I was like, oh Lord, I got some Tylenol, but I don't take no medicine on an empty stomach. I don't believe in that. You know, I had to get my coffee, and once I got my coffee, actually my head stopped hurting. My head stopped hurting. But I ended up making myself a salad for breakfast, well, brunch. I didn't get up until late because I was kind of knocked out late. But my husband has been having some issues with sleeping, and so unfortunately, because he's had some issues with sleeping, it has affected my sleep. I mean, you know, I sleep right next, get up and go get his handsome self a haircut, and he went and got a haircut, and he looks so good, and I'm just so glad he's mine. So anyway, you guys, I have cut up the bacon. I'm gonna get some first of all, I'm gonna go and wash my hands because they feel greasy peasy, and I don't play that. So let me wash my hands again. And my thing is, when I wash my hands, I make sure that I wash my hands. I wash my hands. Now, I wash my hands every time I go from touching one thing to the other. So you guys, that right there is bacon, okay? You know what? I wanted to show you guys. I gotta tilt this. I got a little tripod, y'all. There we go. That's the one, and it's getting hot. I was going to we're putting this bacon in it. Like so. So y'all see the bacon? Bacon, bacon, bacon. There we go. Yes, baby. Y'all see that sizzle? Now I'm just trying to saute this. Okay, and while that's cooking, don't come for me. This is the way I do my stuff, okay? Ooh, hold on, I gotta drain off this water. People gotta understand, okay. The bell pepper. This is bell pepper, onions, and garlic. Green bell pepper, red bell pepper, onions, and garlic. And as I said before, mine has been put in the freezer because sometimes, y'all, in this family, we don't eat a lot of the stuff quick enough. You gotta make sure your area is clean. That's what y'all see me doing. We don't eat stuff quick enough, so as a result, don't forgive me, I'm cleaning. As a result, we end up throwing stuff away, and our desire is not to do that. So what I've done is I have put the vegetables in. So we're just going to go ahead and put this together. I mean, it's going to be put together anyway. What you can do is, what I'm going to do is, because my stuff has been frozen, I have it up kind of on high so that it can continue to cook. Right now, so y'all, like I said, that work here needs to be clean, okay? It needs to be clean. I'm going to go back here on the back of this ball here and get this one there too, but we ain't worried about that right now because all we're focusing on is what we're going to put in the soup. And so that's what we're doing right now. We are sitting up here, we are sauteing bell peppers, onions, and garlic, and we're also steaming this. So I have told y'all my story time. This right here is a cover to it. I'm going to put the cover on it because I'll make it it will completely keep the steam in there, and it'll cook faster because y'all know me, I don't like cooking all day. I don't like doing it. So that's what we're doing right now. We're sauteing this, getting this on the right track. And what I'm going to do, guys, really, really quick is, I got it bad, I keep wiping. Okay, so we have bacon in it already, so bacon is salty, right? So we don't want to use a lot of salt. That's what we don't want to do. We want to use more powders, correct? Y'all, because, okay, I'm one of those kind of people. When I eat salad, yes, I put, oh gosh, I got seasoning everywhere. I put salt and pepper on everything. So we got, We got onion powder right there, okay? I'm putting that in here. I'm going ahead and season that. The reason I'm seasoning that, y'all, this is just powder. This ain't salt. Please, please, please do not come for me, okay? We got paprika, okay? And this is the way, I mean, you guys got people, I understand, this is the way I do it for my household. You guys may not do it this way. Paprika don't handle salt, okay? I heard something about a video, somebody was saying that these people came for them talking about they're going to kill their family because they're using too much salt and stuff. Well, also need to stop because you can't speak that over people's lives. Then we have black pepper, okay? I think I like black pepper and everything. And even though it does have salt in it, okay, I'm still going to use something else. Yes, you guys, I use oregano leaves tonight. And these are chopped. What I'm saying is how seasoning for a reason. Food needs to be seasoned. A little bit of seasoning salt. Don't need a whole bunch of this. This right here, this stuff is salty. Y'all hear it sizzling. So, there you go. That's it for our seasoning, okay? And I'll start to do this. I'm going to go ahead and swing it around. Okay, you guys. So, as you can see, this is the bell peppers and stuff. And in my soup, I don't want no crunchy bell peppers. The only thing that I don't have that I wish I did have was celery. Celery makes everything taste better, but it's okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just letting this cook, okay? The reason it looked like this, y'all, is because it's in water, but it got the house smelling wonderful. And like I said, I smothered the potatoes by putting this on. And you know, I don't know if y'all have ever heard y'all's mama say them potatoes was young. The potatoes that I used was young, and sometimes when you use young potatoes, they're a little harder than normal. That's the case with these. So it's going to be a little while before we are able to drain those and actually drain them and actually and then I can show you guys what's next with the soup. It's real quick though. It's just, you know, as with everything, there are steps to cooking unless you top ramen, and that even has steps. The top ramen steps is, you know, boil that water, put the noodles in, and put your seasonings on and eat. 2 steps. But with everything that you cook, my mother-in-law turned on that light, and this video looks so much better. Oh my God! See, sometimes you need that wisdom. But y'all, I think what I'm gonna do. Remember I told you guys some potatoes was young, right? Well, you gotta mash them. But if you want, and that's after they're completely, excuse me, if that's like, it's after they're completely uncooked. Now, if you want yours to have some chunks in them, that's okay too. But what ends up happening is they tend to get, this is too high. Turn it down to like 3. They tend to get, y'all, this soup tastes so good. It's like cheese. If you want cheese on it, you can cook it with cheese on it. I'm not doing that, although I know my family would like it. I'm not gonna, I probably will put a couple of pieces of cheese in it because they do like cheese over here. We do like cheese. Okay, y'all. I don't know if you can see this. I can actually move the camera because this is a consistency I definitely want. Let me turn this off. So while you mash them, you can I mean, I got the thick consistency already. Like I said, you can either mash them. You can have it completely with no lumps in it, or you can have it with lumps in it. Okay, this is vegetables. Actually, put it into a pot. This ain't no pot. This is cast iron skillet that I showed you guys earlier. I'm putting vegetables in here. Right now, as I'm mashing, which I probably should not have done because you definitely can, because my vegetables are, oh, excuse me, cast iron is heavy as, I don't know what, but, anyway, I'll show you guys how it looks. Okay, but you want to really put seasoning in the, in the meat. Okay, now, this is how I want it. I don't want it completely smooth. I want it to have some texture. That way people won't think it's so much soup. You want to put some butter. Butter adds flavor to everything, so you can put as much butter as you desire to put in, okay? What did I do with my spoon? Oh, it's right here. Much butter as you desire. Now, I'm going to take this ladle out that I used for a that I use for a masher because I don't want to wake my mother-in-law up. My mother-in-law is doing too good right now. So what I'm doing, you guys, is I'm stirring right in here. Now what you can do is stirring the butter in, but what you also can do is you can my potato soup ain't white either, you guys. And the reason it ain't white is because it has seasonings in it. Y'all see? Plus it got that color. Still stirring up the butter on it. From a little mix over here. But this right here, you guys, is the stock from the potato. And if you look really, really clearly at it, this is the thick part. So what I'm going to do is pour some of this off because I'm going to pour a little bit back into the soup. I ain't going to do that right now. First, what you can do is you can use a chicken stock, you can use a beef stock, whatever kind of stock. You can use water to give it more flavor. I'm not doing that. I put enough seasoning in it to where. Now, a lot of people add milk to theirs. They're not milk drinkers, not all of us. So I'm going to add this cream of mushroom. And that also adds flavor too. I would be very careful with adding the salt because you've got bacon. Y'all just, that washing machine dries loud because it's a smaller bowl. Okay, you got, so what I'm gonna do is take the stock, because I've said before, and I'll kind of like, I got this from my mother, you guys. I take, and I put the soup in there, stir it up with the butter. That's gonna give it some flavor too. Like I said, y'all, this is potato soup, okay? Then what you're gonna do is you're going to, so my mama, this thing hot. My mama, because this is water, this is stock from the potato soup, okay? I'm gonna pour that in there. And it gives it a soupy texture. Now, if you find that it's a little thicker than what you want, what you can do is you can add stock, you can add water, you can add whatever it is that you want. And y'all, I'm a taster, okay? And I'm gonna use my spoon. I'm gonna show y'all what you're supposed to do when you do that, okay? You ain't supposed to taste stuff and then put it back in there. You're supposed to taste stuff, go wash the spoon off with soap, and then come back and try it. So we're gonna try it. Now, y'all, one thing about me, I gets down in the kitchen. That is so good, it's got so much flavor. Now, because my mother-in-law is on like a low sodium type diet and lost a lot of weight and look cute, she is just a little diva. I think tomorrow what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna show y'all this whole pot, but it's kind of thick. If it's thick, too thick, what you wanna do, and y'all gotta remember this is soup, don't come for me. Hey, for the record, I'm back. Remember I told y'all a clean kitchen? I hate when this video make me look so 3D. And the lighting is so good in this dining room. Ooh, y'all, I done just broke my tripod. Ooh, I broke it. Okay, that's what happens when you get a tripod. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Carol's Daily Sauce. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to be reminded of each and every video I upload. And God bless you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Y'all, I have to come back and tell you guys something. This is, and forgive my appearance. I don't have on no makeup, okay? Just eyelashes. So, y'all, this is so good. And you know what? With it being warm, it doesn't even affect. I mean, you eat hot chicken, you eat hot spaghetti. Excuse me, although soup does warm the soul, some of our souls need to be warmed, even in the summer. It's so good. I'm trying to get good at eating while I'm on YouTube because my husband and I are going to do some mukbangs in June, as well as some other things, and they involve eating. So I gotta